that paperwork for y'all too. If y'all want that 250,000 today, when I get off of work, I'm gonna have that paperwork for y'all. Step by step. Put that trust in your name. Look, it's simple, y'all. I got a step by step. You put the trust in your name, and you got to open up a DTA account. And it's another secret that you got to do. I'm just talking about it, but some people know what I'm talking about, some people don't. But once you put that trust in y'all name, trust and believe me, it's real. You're going to get that damn money. I thought it was a lie. Damn, look at that dude in a tent. A fucking, what the fuck? He in a tent in the Arctic. You sleep in that shit when you in the ice water. But yeah, man, I got that money, man. Cause child support don't play the game, so I'm gonna teach y'all how to beat child support too. Some of the old people on YouTube, they lying. Cause guess what? I bought some of their little program just to see if it's gonna work. I ain't trying to make it. I ain't put it on child support, but I talked and I looked at some of their document and I challenged some of their words. That shit don't add up, y'all. It don't add up. Everybody that I know, they got the same letter. They doing the same shit, but some people really got more information better than more information. So everybody had their own little information that they think that'll work. Some people think that it will, some of them think it won't. But when you got the real shit, you got the real shit. I don't care what you say. Once you got real paperwork, you got real paperwork, man. And my shit is unbeatable. So I'm gonna have to get that bag, man. I hate for it had to end like that, but shit, you play with my freedom, my liberty. I got to see you on that shit, on everything. I'm gonna have that paperwork. I'm gonna just show y'all just a little something of it, but I ain't gonna show you nothing that you can copy, nothing you can see. My money. That's how I have to do it. I ain't like all them other YouTubers, man. I'm gonna get paid on my shit. Yeah, man, I got that real paperwork, so y'all tap in. You know what it do. Everybody been they been hitting me up, talking about they want to find out, they want to find out about it. They want to know about that information, about that money. I know y'all do. I know y'all Google my name too. They see if I beat those charges. I know you did. I know you did. Because somebody told me they looked at some of those charges and they were like, bro, you real? I was like, oh, you thought I was lying about this shit? About beating those charges? Yes. I'm glad y'all did y'all research on me about beating charges. Yes, sir. Driving with a suspended license, child support, suspending my license. Get what? Don't sign that third-party contract. When the police arrest you, you got to deal with the police. You ain't got nothing to do with the probation officer. That's a third-party contract. Tell them you won't sign that shit. If you tell them that you won't sign that, see how they act. They can't force you to sign it. If they throw you in jail, it can't be no more than 28 days. The police arrest you, not the probation officer. They don't tell you that. See, I know the real. They flexing, y'all. They flexing. All that flogging, flexing, that'll get you these days. Yo, that boy coming up with that real legit paperwork now. We gonna throw a paperwork party. Yes, sir. They done fucked up. Y'all done really fucked up. They don't realize how bad they done fucked up with me. I don't think they realize this shit. Cause if you realize that shit, trust and believe me, your ass will be on it. You'll be trying to fix it. You'll be trying to resolve this matter. But you ain't gotta resolve no motherfucking matter. I promise you that.
Stop requested.
You ain't gotta resolve no matter what. When it come to my shit, hold them for me. I love telling people, hey, hold that motherfucker until I get there. Stall them out till I get there. And you know what the rest gonna happen after that. I think you know the end of this story. I think a lot of people don't know what the end of this story gonna be. Yeah, man. They know how this story gonna end. I ain't playing. I gotta get rich first. Yeah. I need that bread. Thank you for putting the trust in my name. I'm gonna easily put that trust in my name and get that money. You know how it goes. Y'all know the giddy up. You know your boy undefeated in that courtroom. We ain't even gotta talk about that. Do we? Do we? Do we gotta talk about that? I don't think we do. I do not think we do at all.
Now arriving at City Hall.
City Hall. I will be talking to them pretty soon too. I know they gonna hate what I got to say to them too.
Now arriving at City Hall.
I know you ain't gonna want to give up that information for City Hall. Yeah, they ain't gonna want to give up that information in a minute, y'all. Cause I'm gonna get your shit. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you. I ain't gotta take you to court to sue child support. I ain't gotta do none of that. Bitch, I ain't gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand on that shit. I'm telling y'all, every day I'm doing something. Every day. If you stay doing something every day, being consistent, I promise you, God will not let you lose. I promise you that, y'all. I've been doing this shit for my whole life. And I'm telling y'all, this shit don't really trigger something, man. This shit is unbelievable, but this shit don't trigger something, yo. And I don't know how to say it, but this shit over with. I promise y'all, I'm finna end some people. Shit. I'm finna end your career. Oh man, this dude probably thinking that you say this dude probably, oh man, think of this son of a bitch. That security guard, you know, yeah, man. Up ass security guard in there. I know he seen me. He thought I was gonna come, but fuck it, I'll jump on this bus to go to work. I ain't tripping. But yeah, man, I got that real paperwork, boy. They done fucked up in every way. I promise you, y'all, they done fucked up. Yes, sir. What I'm doing? Jumping on them bus, baby. Yeah. If y'all want to learn how to get that $250,000 out there, trust in your name, we ain't doing it like no PP loans and all them scams. Nope. This shit is, I see what they were talking about, all that money that we can get in our name and shit. You had to put the trust in your name. You got to take ownership of your name. And I didn't know that shit. Now I really know that. Like, I knew that, but I ain't want to go private. So, look, when you do this, you don't have to go private. Hello. Once you do this to get this 250,000, trust in your name, and you can walk right in the bank and get that shit out. You gonna thank me later. Watch this. I want to try it on myself first before I do it to y'all, but most people in the YouTube world, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So some people ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is Alaska, bruh. No snow on the ground. It would just snow like shit. Look at this shit. Yeah, it's snow on the ground over there now. Don't think we ain't in Alaska, but yeah, we is. I'm gonna get that little money for y'all. I'm gonna give people these documents and shit. You know what I'm saying? I sell documents, really. That's what I do, y'all. I sell document paperwork. Yeah, I'm starting back to dropping my constitutional paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Your protected rights. You know, educated purposes. I'm not a lawyer or nothing, but I know how to beat cases. Until then, the motherfuckers ain't gonna shut me down. You ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't listening to that shit. When they tell y'all to listen to shit, when they tell y'all to don't fight these cases and this and that, that's when they know they fucking up. And look, believe it or not, all that shit is your ass gonna be forever guilty. You know when they say guilt until proven innocent? That shit real. I see what they saying when they say that. And guess what? You know you can give a you know you can give a damn, that shit loud as hell. You know you can get this form to the IRS so you ain't gotta pay state and federal taxes no more cause you volunteered to pay taxes. Bitch, I ain't volunteered to pay taxes, but y'all don't know that though. That's what they clearly say on the income tax. If you really look at your income tax paper, you volunteer to pay money to the state. And I ain't volunteer to pay no money without you telling me this shit. Without you telling me this shit, ain't no fucking way, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't backing down. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't doing none of that shit, G. On my mama, I ain't backing down. I ain't nothing. Everybody told me this shit won't work, but guess what? They told me my YouTube wasn't gonna pop. What happened? 6,000 subscribers. What they got? They ain't got not one fucking subscriber. They looking at my shit. So how you gonna stop a motherfucker from being motivated? Tell me, really, honestly. Can you fucking tell me something? Nah, you can't. Yo weak, old, broke ass can't tell me shit. That's why I be telling people, like, man, do your own thing, man. Be motivated, man. That's the only thing you can do. Be motivated, work out. You work out and look good and eat right, you can get you the most baddest bitch in the world, yo. That's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm slowly, surely working out, getting myself back in together. I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about none of that shit. Trust and believe me. I ain't worried about nothing. Because I know I'm gonna finish y'all asses. I already know I'm gonna finish it. See, when you know you're gonna win, bruh, you know you're gonna win. Yep, trust me. That one thing I believe in, my constitutional right. When you know you're gonna win, you know you're gonna win. That's why I'm gonna put that trust in my name and get that money. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all some copies today. And if y'all wanna cash out me that money, because some people pulling up on me today because they want that document. They seen this shit. They were like, yo, give me that document. They were like, look, I already know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, getting that money and putting that trust in your name with the simple mistake. I'm telling you this shit step by step. Now, if you can't follow these steps to get that money, you just a fucking dummy. I bet y'all see me get that money. I bet you that. I promise you, I bet you see me get this money. When I'm telling you that, I'm talking about you put this trust in your name to get this money out of the system that and look, if you really look in it, look, just go to chat, GPT chat and ask them, can you put a trust in your name and get money? I guarantee you that GPT chat will tell you a little something about it. But look, if anything tell you something about redeeming your name as a slave, as your mama and dad put you in a system back in the days, and you think they ain't got that money in your name somewhere in a secret banking account, you're a damn lie. They do. Now, I don't know how hard it is to be at the weed shop, but yeah, man. You gotta get that money, do your thing, and just be like, yo, Raspberry Root, my boy right there, he worked there, man. Some good ass smoke. Y'all need to go to Raspberry Root, man. Ain't get you out to man. They got some good deals. Wednesday, they got a $20 ace. I'm talking about them motherfuckers hit. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get y'all that real paperwork so where you can throw that paperwork party, man. Everybody thought my shit wasn't gonna work. Everybody thought I wasn't gonna beat these cases. Everybody, I don't know why everybody thinking that shit don't be true. And look, it's the only delusion if it don't work. But when it work, what then? It's not delusional. Everybody thought I was delusional, y'all, till this shit started working. This shit started working, man. So it's really not delusional. If you don't try it, if you don't try it, you delusional, brother. You know, but when you try it and it worked, you're not delusional. So what then? Everybody keep tell you, hey man, you looking at shit the wrong way, man. You need to go to this job, man. You need to go to that job. They delusional because they think you ain't gonna go to that job. They think you ain't gonna make these moves. They think you ain't gonna do this. They think you ain't gonna do that. But guess what? Let them keep thinking. They thinking long. You thinking strong. You know when they say you think long, think strong, and all that shit? Man, all that shit is madness to my methods. And yo, I ain't got time to play with you. Trust and believe me on that. Yes, sir. There's some madness to the methods. Yo, I'm gonna make sure everybody get that money though, that $250,000, and a trust in your name using the UCC-1 codes. Yeah, I ain't playing. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets some money. If I don't show y'all that document today, I ain't gonna show y'all everything, cause you ain't gonna get that for free. I promise you that. You just know I got that document. When I tell you I got that document, I got it. When I show you that I got that document, you'll know. Trust and believe you'll know. Why my phone blow up when I got that document? Why my phone blow up? People want to pay. I'll pay for it. Watch it. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you did not if you've been watching my lives and you did not said you want to get that document, it's gonna be real hard for you to get it. It's gonna be real hard for you to get it from me, cause I'm straight booked. It's impossible to get it from me, y'all. So I just tell you that I can show you that, but you won't get the document. I can show it to y'all, but some people would not get the document. I promise you that. Yo.
Stop requested.
So some people might get mad. Even people close to me who might know me, they ain't gonna get the document. Nope. Because they broke. I ain't gonna get nobody nothing for free. I can't get nobody shit for free. I know somebody right now want that document for free because he been looking at the line. I'm like, bro, if you can't come up with no money, you don't want to get that. Look, it's everything. Look, just say for instance, I'm delusional about this paperwork, but what if it worked? What you gonna say then? You gonna be like, God damn, this motherfucker got me this motherfucker 250,000. Look, I ain't gonna want you to bless me after you get the money. You pay for the documents, you know how to get it, and help all your other family members to get it. Put trusts in their name and pull that money. You feel me? I'm quite sure you got your girl, your wife, your auntie, your uncle, all them. Once you start hitting everybody and you start filing that, bro, you can start a business with that shit. Y'all already know I'm gonna get my grind on. I'm gonna get my grind on, baby. You know, this is what I do, y'all. I research paperwork and beat those cases. Simple as that. At a certain way, there's a certain way you gotta set shit up when you go to court. That's it. But when I go to court, they get special appearances because I'm not under your constitution. I'm not under your statutes and codes. Statutes and codes is not policy, and your policy is not law. Just to let you know, that shit is not law. So we don't go by the same rules, y'all. Y'all might go by their rules, but me, I never go by their rules. That's why I'm untamed. Like, that's why the system mad at me. That's why child support mad. I can see why people don't be want to help me. Because I buck that shit. Because I be like, yo, if you feel like in your mind it's something else, y'all trust and believe me, it's something else. If you know your bitch cheating on you and you got a feeling in your head, bitch, you right, that bitch cheating on you. And she doing suspicious activity, like the cops saying, suspicious activity, that bitch doing suspicious activity. And that same dude doing the same thing. Bitch, if you know your man doing that same shit, it is what it is. That bitch, he doing special activity. But I'm just telling y'all, you just need to be aware of your constitutional right and just in general, just the law. You need to research on shit because now they just throwing shit in our faces and we ain't reading this shit and this shit ain't even right. Once you read it, then you be like, oh, okay, now the game up, bitch. Now I ain't playing with you. So they think you delusional. It's delusional at first because that shit ain't working. It ain't working. But once you start looking at it, looking at the real picture, it ain't delusional no more. This shit real. So, you know, they don't fuck with them. I can tell you this. They don't fuck with the wrong motherfucker. That's why I'm gonna make sure everybody get paid. Everybody finna get paid looking at my channel. And look, my channel ain't even monetized, and I'm giving people free information to put trust in their name and pulling 250,000 out. Ain't too many YouTubers giving y'all this shit. I mean, y'all gonna have to pay for the document. I ain't charging you a whole lot of money, but 250,000, I'm gonna need mine. Today, I'm gonna show y'all a little some of that document, but I need mine. I can tell you right now, this dude already told me when I post the document, he want to be the first person to buy it. A motherfucker in Alaska. So, I mean, he know what the trust is and putting in your name. If you don't know what that trust means, putting that shit in your name, don't buy this paperwork because you ain't going to believe in it. I can tell you right now. I ain't going to explain it to you when, guess what? It simply says it clearly on the fucking paper. I got a step-by-step to do it. If you do that, guess what? You ain't got to do all the extra secret society, put blood on pens and paper and send it to the IRS. You ain't got to do none of that weird-ass shit. None of that stuff. So, now, I'm telling y'all. I know a lot of people gonna get mad on the internet about this shit. Bro, people want to see the real shit. People want to see real results, man. If you work a job, don't you want to see results that you want Well, don't you want to see you work doing a good job, you getting raised? Exactly, my point. I'm doing a good job out here, y'all. It's gonna pay off. Trust and believe me. Give me a couple of more hours today. When I get home, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna tell you my cash app. My cash app name Kill for Weed TJ. Kill for Weed TJ. $ Kill for Weed. That's my Call of Duty name. All my homeboys back in the day, we used to play Call of Duty on the computer, and he used to sell weed. And then I used to be like, man, we're gonna put our weed name, Kill for Weed, Smoke Weed, I Love Weed. Shit, my sister named Weed, like all kind of crazy names. We had a group on Call of Duty, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that. Some of us on Call of Duty around here, but we used to be deep and shit. We used to get on Call of Duty and really just like, hey man, do you got some weed? It started out like that. Then shit, we started linking up with people in Alaska. Then shit, everybody started meeting up and having these little gatherings and come over my house. Shit started like that, man. You know, you got to be creative these days, man. Cause these, the law and these fucked up ass people don't want us to get together. You know what I'm saying? These people don't want us to get together, man, cause they believe in one other right. They believe in some other shit. Them weirdo people, them corporate people, and them business people, they don't want y'all to meet up. They don't want y'all to be friends. They don't want you to know your right. They don't even want you to be friends at the job and shit damn near these days and shit. But you just gotta be powered up, man, and even though you might not like your job or not like the people you work with, but think about this. That's your job. You there to get paid to do the fucking job. Stay motivated, y'all. Don't never lose. Don't never lose your fucking business point of getting money. Don't argue with nobody. Shut the fuck up. Don't jump in nobody's face. Don't threaten nobody. Don't do none of that shit. Cause guess what? It ain't even worth it. I ain't gonna never threaten nobody. I ain't gonna never jump up in your face. But guess what? Everybody done did it to me. Everybody done said. I heard people talk about me, said shit, laughed about me. But guess what? I still keep that shit moving. This shit about business. This ain't about my feelings and shit. That's your right to laugh at me, homie. That's your right to laugh at me, fat bitch. Ugly bitch, that's your right to laugh at me. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, all this shit business. Even this business, what I'm doing on the internet right now. Don't take this shit personal, what I'm saying, but it's business. That's where people fail to get it twisted at. All this shit business, man. But once you talk business to people who don't understand, you can't look. I'm gonna tell you that you can't talk money to a broke person, cause they'll never understand that. You talking money to a broke person or ideas to a broke person, a broken person, not broke like your ass broke. You ain't got shit. Broken like your spirit broken. They ain't gonna understand, y'all. I talk to broken spirit people all the time. They don't understand shit. I promise you that. They don't understand shit. I seen that shit with my own eyes. Trust and believe me, I seen so much of shit now. Man, if you like even the police, or you tell the police on, they won't even believe you. So how can you bring any information to anybody for them to believe you now these days? You can't. You gotta be delusional to the point that shit's gonna work, and then they're gonna realize it worked, and then they'll think about it. Look, when you write on shit, you cannot beat your ideal in somebody else's head. I had to learn that too.
Stop requested.
You can't beat no ideal in somebody's head who don't believe in it. If a bitch don't believe in her rights or he don't believe in his rights, you can't beat it in these folk head. You just know get what your shit working. That's what you gotta do. Know your shit working. They shit ain't gonna work. They shit ain't gonna work. Your shit gonna work, but they shit ain't gonna work. So you know how that goes. You already know how it goes. You already know the giddy up. That's why I sit back, think about all them chicks that I chop down like chopsticks on chicken. I can't look back no more, man. Hey y'all, I'm so deep in this shit now. I can't even look back no more. I promise you that. That's why I'm so deep in this shit, y'all. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way your boy like Kodak Black, man, and Kanye West, man. They don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Trust me, they don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I gotta stay motivated and just go to work and get it right now. But I can tell you this. Y'all done fucked up, but you put insult on my name or don't put no respect on my name, see what I'm gonna do. I know y'all seen that movie like The Four Brothers. Yeah. Say your ass for me, cause I'm gonna put belt to ass today. Every day I'm putting belt to ass. Believe that. I ain't playing with motherfuckers. Think I'm playing with you? Alright. I'm gonna show you I'm putting belt to ass. I ain't copping no please. We ain't backing down. No, I'm sorry. No, thank you. No, nothing. I don't want you to acknowledge. I don't want you to validate. I don't want you to do nothing but shut the fuck up and move the fuck out my way. That's it now. That's it. Clean, crystal clear cut. Big facts. So enjoy this bus ride and enjoy this knowledge I'm kicking. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, man. You know how it goes. Your boy going to work. I gotta get this money, but at the same time, every day I get off of work, I gotta be putting my head in these books, which I already got the right paperwork now. That's why I know they ain't going nowhere. Now these traps, I'm finna start setting these rat traps in a minute next week.
Now approaching Diamond
When I
and
look,
Optic.
I'ma
Transfer here to Route 65.
I'ma record when I gotta get on the phone with the mayor, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all see that, man. I really put belt to ass. I mean, these people gotta talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about y'all, man, but hey, you do something on me, man. I gotta see what's up, man. I'm pulling up something going on. I don't give a fuck. You gonna put some respect on my name. I ain't like everybody else. I'm that one bastard gonna fight back with a knife. Fuck a bullet. I'm coming to the gunfight with a knife. And you better hope you kill me. That's what type of odds I'm on. That's what type of odds they got me with. Them bitches got a gun. I got a knife. So, all right. Y'all want to bring guns to a knife fight? All right. This is how we gonna do it. All right then. I put it on everything that I love. I'm gonna cut them bitches throat. Promise you that. I promise you. That's why I'm setting up these traps now. I got these traps now on their ass. They ain't going nowhere. You gonna pay me though. I love when you play with my name. I love when child support play with my name. You'll pay me. You gonna pay me one way or another. I don't give a fuck. I bet you I get paid. I bet you that. Out of all things, y'all, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna get paid. I don't give a fuck about nothing but the paper. That's all I care about now. That's all I'm zooming in on, y'all, that money. So you wanna play? All right, cool. We can all play. Just let me get that bread, and you can save, you can play, you can do whatever you wanna do after that. But that bread, I need that. Yup, I need that bread. Yo, I ain't even playing with you. Yeah, finna be dealt with. Hey, I can catch 65 bus.
Now arriving at the Diamond Transit Center.
Hey, can I catch that bus? Thank you. I'm gonna tell him to give you a raise. Hey, is this bus going to on 88th Avenue?
88th and Jubilee?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yo. Yes, sir, man. We ain't playing, man. We just giving y'all. I'm just making sure y'all get that money, man. When you know what them UCC1 is, redeeming your name, put a trust in your name, and get. I don't want to keep hollering certain information, but I'm gonna tell you this: when you put that trust in your name, you better get a DTA account. That's like to move that money to the spot market, like the feds do, and then you get that money. It's crazy how simple steps that you got to make to pull that money. Now I know how to pull that money out of there. I don't want to keep saying it, but I ain't gonna give it away. I'm giving y'all a free game. When I say that, most people ain't finna give you that much, cause they know if they give you too much information, you damn near can look it up and find it, but you can't find the information that I got. Like that sovereign citizen process book that I got, you'll never be able to find it because that dude dead. I tried to research it. No. That's how I know that dude was from the White House. That's how I knew he was from the White House. That dude who gave me that information 15 years ago, I knew he was from somewhere. Cause guess what? I'm in North Pole, Alaska, in a cold motherfucking 1999. It's over 20-something years ago I got that book, y'all. I'm way up in North Pole, Alaska. And that old white man, we on the base talking. And he was just telling me, cause I was talking about my constitutional rights. And I was like, yo. And he was like, yeah, you in the military and shit, but you don't have no rights if you're in the military. And I was like, why you say that? He was like, well, look at this right here. And well, look at this right here. And I was like, wow. So they got some shit in our head thinking that we really doing something right. They really got us thinking and fighting each other. You got certain brackets of income, people think that they better than you when they used to be just like you. Applying for the job, getting the job, doing the job, and bettering themselves. You know, that's just like any job. You want to better yourself, you want to come up and do this and that. But once you get in a certain position and you making certain money, you thinking you better than people, you thinking that this shit don't supposed to be like this, and you were just the same way in somebody else's position. So these days, people don't want to never put you in a same position like they used to be in. They just want to look at it like they in a higher position, they good. But guess what? One thing you need to know about that shit, you ain't good.
Now approaching Diamond and Optics.
You ain't good. When they say you good, you're not good. You're not good neither, because it's a supremacy cause too on your shit too. It's called a due process. Everybody gotta have a due process, bruh. Everybody do. Everybody do. So you can't beat that. You never see, that's what you fail to realize. Even though you be in a process, you might have to use the same shit to get your ass out of the trouble. So that shit work for everybody. That's the big difference of being in America and being in a foreign country. And we was in a foreign country right now, child support, that wouldn't even matter. You think in Russia right now they got child support? You think in the Philippines they got child support? Alright. So when you come up with these rules and regulations, you gotta have some type of process for that shit. But if you find the loopholes, you'll be able to fight back. You'll be a fighting bitch. That's what they'll call you in court. Belligerent, he a fighting bitch, basically. You know what belligerent mean? Crazy. When the cops be saying you belligerent, he talking, he don't want to listen. Who gonna want to listen when you don't violate their right? Who gonna want to listen? I don't know one bitch gonna want to listen. If y'all listen to them folk, get what? You need to continue to let them bitches violate your right. Cause you ain't finna violate my shit. I promise you. I don't really care about you thinking you can violate my rights when I'm a free man anyway, but it's just the little small fine print that that shit get on your nerves with them little fines and fees and shit, thinking that they slick. But you ain't slick. I promise you, buddy. I'm gonna come back and get your ass. I don't give a fuck who looking at my live. They go out to you, especially if you thinking you the hardest thing in the world, you thinking government, you thinking that you just can't be stopped. So child support is an agent. It's an agency. That motherfucker is not law, man. The fuck? Bitch, you think they law? Alright, bitch. Child support think they law and shit. But I'm gonna show y'all how to redeem that money though. How to put that trust in your name and get that $250,000. I'm gonna have that document for y'all today. I know some people gonna get mad on YouTube, but bro, people want the results. People don't want to hear them lies and shit. Man, get them folk that money, man. Stop playing with them folk, bro.
Stop requested.
Stop playing with them folk, man. Get that money. I'm gonna show y'all how to get that money today. But get what? Cash out me a little money though to get them documents, and you'll be straight. And get what? Look, if you don't believe in your rights and them UCC codes and the trust in your name, and you can get that money, you don't need to buy this document. I'll tell you that right now. You don't even need to get this document. Just continue to live like a slave, or live like how you continue living like right now. Like, get what? If you pay me a little money, right? And just say I'm delusional and I don't know what I'm talking about. At least you tried to do something. But you wouldn't think about that though. I know you won't. None of y'all do. None of y'all do think about that shit. But I do. That's why I ain't worried about it. Damn, this shit crazy. That's why I ain't worried about shit, y'all. I ain't worried. We gonna win. Yes, sir, man. Look at this shit, y'all. We're gonna win that little money. But I can't wait to get home today to show y'all them documents. Y'all gonna be like, this son of a bitch finna get everybody rich. Before I get you rich, you gonna have to cash out me something. I don't give a fuck. I'm selling everything. I researched the document. Only thing you gotta do, put the trust in your name, get that money. If you don't believe in my shit, trust me, you ain't gotta pay for it, but you won't get nothing free. The only thing that I'm gonna show y'all free is court document work. Supreme Court ruling cases that you can beat your case with. And guess what? Once you learn how to do that, just take them to court and file affidavits and shit. Cause they love denying them motions. Denying motion. But them affidavits tell the fucking truth. Them bitches will set you free. Once I put them affidavits on their top, we're gonna see how bold they are then. I remember one judge, he thought he was slick. Boy, recuse yourself off this case. I'm gonna take your ass off the bench for good and strip your ass naked and get those bond certificate and sue your ass. So you won't be a judge no more. No judge can give you a child support order, y'all. Period. Lesson you going through like a divorce or some shit like that. That when you agree to that shit, cause you paying your lawyers, like you paying for them to fuck you over. Basically, when you in a marriage. That's why I say that shit different with child support and marriages and shit like that. That way different. Your ass agreeing with that shit. That when they really gonna do you in. That when you delusional, not me. You delusional doing that shit. I never do that in history. But yeah, man. I'm gonna get a y'all later. Peace.